Hello to all of my BPTV fans, YouTube fans, Facebook fans. I'm Alan Levine, the Talking Machine. I'm doing my 17th Maria's Ideas Teaches Us to Paint, and Maria will be up next.
Welcome to Maria's Ideas Teaches Us to Paint. We're here on the slopes of South Side in the hilltop here, and we are so excited to have our amazing, talented friend, internationally acclaimed Mezzo-Soprano Marianne Cornetti.
Hi, Maria.
Thank you for you just where you came back from somewhere recently,
I was
right?
just in Berlin.
Berlin.
Yes.
So to make
Singing
time
La
to come
Gioconda.
and oh my goodness, so
Welcome
around
aboard.
the globe. Thank you
Thanks,
so
Al.
much.
So nice to meet you
Nice
and be
to
with
meet
you.
you.
Oh my goodness.
And we know you're so busy. So what does mezzo mean?
Well, actually, literally, mezzo means half.
Okay.
So mezzo-soprano would be half a soprano. Well, not really.
Okay.
It's all about the range.
Okay.
Sopranos can go really stratospherically high.
Okay.
I can sing, and as a Verdi, a dramatic mezzo-soprano,
Okay.
I also have to sing very high. I just
Okay.
can't stay up there that long.
I see.
So that's what they call mezzo-sopranos, and our voices are usually lower.
And you're lower, you have the lower range
Yes,
as well.
absolutely.
Wow.
As you can hear in the song
Yes.
that I sing today.
Yes. So please sing us a song.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Well, I would love to do it.
Okay.
I would love to do
We
it.
just happen to have a pianist here,
Yes.
Tessa, and a
Tessa
keyboard.
Hartle. Absolutely.
I'm
And
so
it's-
excited and honored. We're going to have this the first ever singing and playing on the
In our studio too. That's never happened
in
here.
Jono's studio.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. How
First
Yes.
time, so
I'm
I'm going to stop and be quiet.
Yes.
You sing for us.
Yes.
Great. This is a wonderful piece from, and I'm sure all of your audience knows it. It's Memory from Cats by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yes.
Midnight, not a sound from the pavement, as the moon lost her memory, she is smiling alone. In the lamplight, the withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and a new day will begin. Every street lamp seems to beat the fatalistic warning. Someone mutters at the street lamp gutters, and soon it will be morning. Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life, and I mustn't give in. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and the new day out ends of smoky days, the still cold smell of morning, the street lamp dies, another night is over, another day is dawning. Touch me, it's so easy to leave me all alone with the memory of my days in the sun. If you touch me, you'll understand what happiness is. Look on your day has begun.
Thank you, Marianne, for
It's
being
a pleasure.
here.
It's a pleasure
Thank
to be
you.
here.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm honored and blessed to have you on here on our 17th show. I can't wait to see you paint like I'm painting.
I can't wait to paint like you're painting either, and I really can't wait to paint like Maria paints.
Oh,
Well, that's what I try to do, but I haven't succeeded yet. But I'm still trying, so let's go.
well, it'll be great. You'll be
What's
great.
our theme today,
So we
Maria?
are painting the Cardinals. So I designed this. I felt like it kind of fit Marianne's personality. Very bright and colorful and musical, and Cardinals are known for their singing.
That's
Okay. They also are this time of year in May. They are around, they're singing for their mates. Cardinals can sing up to 200 songs in an hour, and they
I didn't
sing
know.
duets too.
That's amazing.
That's a fact. So anyway, I designed very colorful, and so we're going to paint this. Okay, and I titled that Cardinals Sing For Love. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll
I
be
can't
good.
wait. I'm extra
Just
excited.
follow the pickle. Okay, we'll be good. So what we're going to do is start with the background, okay? We always start with the background. We're using acrylics. And for this one, we are using purple, yellow, orange, blue, white, red, and black. Now the blue I mixed, if you have a darker blue, an ultramarine blue, phthalo blue, that's fine. I made this lean a little bit more toward the periwinkle blue, which I mixed by adding a little bit of purple and white to an ultramarine blue.
And that's
If-
this special one here.
That's black.
Oh,
this is
that's
the
black.
blue.
Oh, I'm getting different
You
colors.
see?
I'm not
See?
colorblind yet.
So
but
you'll be good. Okay.
thank you.
Okay. So we are, and the other thing I like to do is when I'm painting, working from one color to the next, I start with the lighter color or a color that if I don't have to clean my brush in between, I like when they mix together, either on the canvas or in the brush. So we're going to start with the yellow, then go to the orange and to the red and the purple, and they just kind of all mix together on the canvas and on the brush. So
Great.
that's just the method that I kind of just have adapted over the years. So we are going to start with, let's grab the largest, this is a 1-inch brush, okay? So I usually wet the brush and then take the extra water off and
See,
dab
she
that.
has me trained. I
Yep,
started
and then
getting-
dab that here. I'll put this here just so, yep, take the extra water off. Okay.
Got it?
And then we are going into the yellow. So I'm taking a generous amount of yellow. I'm putting that on my palette right here. Now you can see any place where you see yellow on the artwork. So we're going to now, if you want to create a chiseled edge, you hold the brush this way, okay? And you
Right.
just pull your hand. And if you want to fill it in, you could just go like this. Now, these brushes are a little soft, so you may have to add a little bit more paint, even a little bit of water to get it to flow because of the texture on the canvas board. These are 11 by 14 canvas. All right, so that's yellow up here. It's down, and please don't worry about making it look like this design. We try to encourage you to create your own design, your own artwork. If you want to use the colors in a different way, that's fine too. Need my little pickle.
So all of these big spaces we can just put
Yeah,
yellow.
so you can see on again, you can put them anywhere you choose. That's if you wanted it to be
Yeah.
similar, then yes. So this is the background. If you go over some of the leaves or the other design areas, elements, that's fine too. So that's the yellow. And then I don't even clean my brush because we're going from yellow to the orange. So now I'm going to dip my brush into the orange and then go up against the yellow.
And we don't have to keep up with Maria.
No. So, and you can see here where they connect and transition from one to the other. If you blend them a little bit, that makes it interesting too. And then, so you could see it's really dragging a little. You could see that the texture on the canvas. So, which is kind of cool too to have some texture.
Yeah.
And let's see, I think I want some orange up in here.
These colors, Maria, I love them.
Yeah, good. I wasn't sure. I mean, you know, I'm getting to know you, but I really like you already.
Oh,
You're pretty cool.
Yeah, you're pretty cool
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. And so I felt like just the little that I've known you and your personal, I wanted something bold and colorful. And,
Yeah.
And of
Love it.
course, the Cardinals.
Well, you are very colorful today.
Well,
And everyone is color coordinated. Even Tessa, the magnificent pianist, her
Whoa.
outfit.
Tessa, right.
I mean, her dress just fit right in with our background
Yes,
paintings
thank you for
and her
that.
colors. And you never wore orange before, I don't think. You
I don't
usually
think.
like black and blue and just another. So
Well,
it just
I
worked
put
out.
a yellow in and I put a red in.
Yeah,
so
okay,
I
you're
do
right.
mix it up once in a while, my artist co-host.
I usually wear black. So I don't
Well, I
know.
follow
And
you a
put some
bunch of
color.
times.
Yeah, so just mix it up. So you could see I went from the orange to the red. And yeah, and then we'll go into, now the purple is darker than we have it on the painting. Again, if you want, I feel like I need to lighten the purple a little bit. So I'm going to take some purple, put that on my palette and add some white. And I am cleaning my brush for this one just because I'm mixing it. It's going to muddy up my purple. Whenever you are mixing a color, acrylics dry darker. So when you're mixing a color and you really like that color on your palette, add a little bit of white because then you'll get the color that you choose, that you like. If you leave it, it's going to dry darker. So I just feel like that's a little too dark. I want that a little softer. So I clean my brush and I'm adding the white.
Now, I want to ask a question.
Yes, ask away.
So, if
That
I
looks
have
great.
to go back to red, or I mean not red, but orange or yellow, can I do that?
You do anything you want.
I don't have to clean the brush?
Well, if you're going like here,
Yeah.
where you're going to you want to transition, it's okay if you don't clean the brush. But
Yeah.
if you want a cleaner color, then clean the brush. So
Okay.
I wanted my purple to be a cleaner color. I didn't want the red mixed in with that.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say if you don't mind if they're blending the colors that you're using, that's fine.
I don't mind.
Okay. But I just feel like I wanted this purple, and I can put a little bit darker. Maybe I'll put a little darker here at the edge up top. But I just feel like as it comes in and down, I just didn't want that as heavy. And you'll see when the purple overlaps the yellow, it gets a little gray looking. So I just didn't want that. So once that dries, I'll add a little bit more of the yellow. And again, you can put this anywhere. It's your painting.
Thank you.
I had a class last night. We did a penguin, and there were people. They had mohawks on their penguins. They had tattoos. I said, just do your own thing. So
Wow.
yeah.
Right.
And then
So I want to.
And it- like I
we want to clean for the purple.
yeah, and then I would add some white to it.
Okay.
If you don't want it as dark. And see, I like this to blend also on the canvas. You can see there's some brush strokes in there.
Yeah.
I like that. I like to see the brush strokes. It doesn't have to be all perfectly smooth, and just lay the paint down, whatever feels good to you. You can let it flow. You can keep it a little bit more a heavier hand with some texture. And then we can always go back in and add. But so some I have a little bit darker, I have a little bit lighter too. And then I could even mix. I feel like I'm going to take a little bit of red and just pull that right through there. Okay, so that's that. And then the background, the blue. So the blue is pretty dark. Again, it is the color that I wanted, but it's still darker. We want the Cardinals to pop a little bit. They're the focus. So
Yeah.
you usually have a focus when you're doing artwork. That looks great. And then, again, you can do, if you want to. And you can just cover up that leaf and then just paint it back in, so you don't have to worry about going around it.
Yep.
And so yeah, I'm going to do the blue, but I am going to add white also to the blue because again, I just feel like it's too dark against the Cardinals and I want them to pop. So I'm pretty much doing, I'd say 50-50, half white and half blue. Now when you come in and cut around the birds, we'll grab a smaller brush. I'm used to using the bigger ones, but you can grab a smaller one. So this is called blocking in. We're just blocking in the background. Usually start with the background when you paint with acrylics and you work dark to light.
Excuse me, Maria, did
Yes.
you clean after purple?
Are you going into your blue next?
Yeah.
Or,
Yes.
and then are you putting any color right here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I want
would
to put
fill,
white.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
so I have to
Fill-
clean.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
okay.
clean that up. And then, yeah, these brushes, larger brushes, they're a little soft, so they kind of like
They
bend.
feel softer
Yeah,
than I
so you
felt
have
them.
to, it doesn't, you can't press as much with these, so that's why you have to add a little bit more water. But I'm putting in some of this bigger area and then I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. And you could even use the smaller brush for the entire background because that one's kind of just not, that looks great. See, you're natural. I knew you would be.
Natural.
Art and music, you know.
Oh, I don't know.
And
Probably use
sports.
it. Probably.
And sports, Marianne.
And
Yeah.
sports,
You're
exactly.
You're a baseball fan, hockey, everything?
Yes.
She's a Pittsburgh girl.
Love it. Love it. So
And
you
where'd
could,
you grow up?
Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. Really, Cabot.
Oh, wow.
okay. Saxonburg. And
That's
you've,
north of Pittsburgh, about 50 miles.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
I have you know Sarver, PA? I have a
Of
good
course.
friend in Sarver, and
Oh,
I know
yeah.
that's nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarver's a.
Yeah. See, I know a couple people.
Yeah.
You
And
do-
yeah, he does. When did you start singing, Marianne?
Oh my gosh, I started singing when I was really 4 years old.
Aw.
My mother,
Wow.
my mother always was very proud of the fact that I could sing supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all the
Wow.
words when I was 4 years
Wow,
old.
that is
Isn't
impressive.
that cute?
I remember
is.
trying to learn to spell it because I was good at spelling.
But
I struggled.
I actually really started properly taking voice lessons when I was 14.
Okay.
But I was asked in the 6th grade to sing a solo for the spring concert. I was 12 years old.
No
And I
way.
said to the teacher, I said, me?
Yeah.
She said, oh, yeah. And so I sang a solo. I'd like to teach the world to
Oh,
sing
love that.
in perfect harmony.
What
And
were
that
you
teacher,
thinking when you were asked to do that?
Well,
What
I
was
just,
your thought?
I mean, my family is very much.
In
I came
music?
from a big musical family.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Big. My mom's
Just
side.
a part of you.
Yes. My
So
mom's
it's part
side.
of your life, yes.
It is. It is.
That
and
is so cool.
That from that teacher, she called then the high school teacher.
You want to shout out to her name if she's still alive?
Well, it was Debbie Packler who called out Evelyn Callender, and Evelyn Callender auditioned me in the 7th grade.
Aw.
And that's where really it all got started.
And
Thank
so
you
you
for sharing
knew,
that.
did
Yeah.
you know you wanted to sing
No.
opera?
Nope.
So how did you transition from,
Great,
Well,
great question.
When I was
Singing.
14, 14, that teacher, Evelyn Callender,
Mm-hmm.
asked my parents if I could start studying privately because my voice had
she
matured
knew?
enough.
Yeah.
At that age.
And so at that age,
Wow.
and so I started then studying with still a very good friend of mine. She was my very first teacher, Diana Walters,
Oh, wow.
from Grove City.
Wow.
Nice.
And so I started with her, and I was trained classically then. And then I went off to Manhattan School of Music right from high school and Cincinnati Conservatory and all those places.
What a
And the
journey
rest
you
is
had.
history.
And then Duquesne University.
Singing all around the
Yep.
world. Oh my
Yep.
gosh, amazing.
Yep.
We're so honored to have you here paint with us.
Yes, we are.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here. My goodness, Maria, to be really a part of this magic.
There's a lot going on in
There's
here.
a lot going on here. I mean, it's really wonderful, though.
Thank you.
You know,
It's our happy space.
It is
Yes.
happy.
And we hope when people come in, they feel that. Even the parking lot, we have extra paint on the brushes. I just run outside, I throw it on the fence, I throw it on the parking lot. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I've been tempted to just go out and just throw like big blobs of paint on the sides, on the walls, and just let it drip down. I kind of feel like that's next.
Wow.
Or go up on the roof and let it drip down. That's
Tell
kinda,
them the
yeah, I
address
kind of think I'm
again.
going to do
Tell
that.
them the address. You got
Yeah,
to check this place out.
We are at 1705 Arlington Avenue in the South Side slopes of Pittsburgh. I've been here 42 years doing custom artwork, and my husband Jono paints here, and so.
And he was on our last show.
Yeah. We have an artathon coming up too, May 31st through June 8th, which is open to the public, all laid back, dog friendly, kid friendly. People, we just kind of hang out and give people a chance to come in if they haven't had the opportunity. So.
But Maria, you come in this space and you feel you and Jono's spirit. It's full of magic and color and
Thanks.
you touch people with
Thanks.
your art.
Thank you.
You really do.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks. And my dad was an artist too, so he inspired me. Everyone in my family. Oh wait, I just want to sidetrack. I'm going to let's grab a smaller brush too for this, just to go around. You're doing actually a fantastic job with a giant brush. That's really good, actually.
Yeah.
But I would say use a
take
small.
this one. Yeah.
We'll
Did
put
I miss
that-
a step?
No, I just mean I don't even know how you did that with the big one. I mean, I did, but I'm used to it.
I'm trying
So,
to compete with
you're a
Marianne,
pro.
so I didn't switch yet.
You're good. So just and then go all the way up to the bird. But I would say try to make it maybe at a little bit of white when you get closer to the birds, just so they pop a little bit. You know, just it's a little bit lighter. But anyway, I didn't want to mean to interrupt you.
No, that's good.
But yeah, they. But yeah, it's been. But thank you. It's very. We love being here. We hope we inspire people with the art and. But art and music, I say it all the time, art and music, it's so important.
It is.
Now more than ever in so many ways. So it's so we have in the event coming up where you'll be singing. Now tell me how, this is the third annual, right? Third annual.
This is the third annual Marianne Cornetti and Friends
Okay.
benefit.
And where is it
concert.
at?
It is in Oakland.
I know Oakland.
At Carnegie Music Hall.
Wow.
It will be June 9th at 3 p.m.
Yes.
And this year, it's really extra special because Maria is part of this show, and you have developed this whole art auction, and you're going to be painting on stage when I'm singing, and it's
I
going
can't
to be,
wait.
I know, I can't wait
I
either.
usually don't do that, the live paintings like that, but I'm
you
doing
don't?
this. I mean, I do live paintings, but not, that would be considered more of a speed painting. So I will create this artwork and paint it upside down,
Wow.
4
Oh my
foot by
gosh.
5 foot, on stage to the music. So I have about 4 minutes, so it'll be about 4
Yeah.
foot by 5
Yeah,
foot,
yeah.
and then it will be up for auction. And that, but the wonderful thing is, other fellow artists have helped us out by donating artwork. So thank you all for donating. So we will have an art auction that benefits the event, but also other artists from people at over at Western Psych, right?
yeah,
So they
absolutely.
will, I believe they're going to have some of their artwork too on display with the professionals' artwork. And so it's not just my artwork, it's many talented people here in the Pittsburgh area. So I hope you guys can check it out. And we'll have information at the end of the show and in the credits too, website and all.
And there will be, I'm bringing in professional singers, of course,
Right.
to sing with me.
Ooh,
and
that sounds great.
Yeah, it's really good. And a lot of them are from the Pittsburgh area here.
Nice.
A couple of them are my students and whatnot. And I'm bringing in a Broadway star,
Wow.
J. Armstrong Johnson, and so that's going to be really cool. And we also then use the professionals from Western Psych
Right.
and Psychiatric Hospital, and also some of the patients.
Right, which
Yeah,
is
and-
phenomenal, right? And
Yeah.
and our mission here, at least I know myself, it's stop the stigma, people.
That's
Come
it.
on.
That's
If you
it.
break your arm, you're not embarrassed about getting help
Yep,
for that, right?
absolutely.
It's just that your brain is another part of your body.
That's
so
exactly
it's
right.
such a simple thing, but for some reason, it's just a difficult thing for a lot
I
of people
agree with
to
you, yes.
understand and accept. And it's everyone can use help.
absolutely.
And nowadays we have so many pressures on us, and a lot of young people, I think more than ever, and anxiety. I mean, I would not want to be a young person right now dealing with all the things
With
they have
all
to
that we
deal
have
with.
to do, yeah,
I know.
absolutely.
But this is just to help bring some awareness,
Yes.
and also people that maybe have gone through the program. They're great. You know, they're doing great, and it's
amazing.
yeah.
This whole concert is really showing the public how people even can get up on stage, and I work with them for
Right.
the last 3 months. I'm working
Oh, wow,
with
that's
all of them
great.
now, and
You're doing
it
so
is-
many good things.
And,
Carry
and
on.
maybe they thought they would never be able to do anything like
Right.
that, or just function,
Right.
in a way where they felt comfortable, getting back out in the world or whatever, doing anything they choose to do. But you can, yes, you can heal.
Oh, absolutely. And the wonderful thing that just from when I'm standing backstage and they come off the stage and they grab me and they hug me and they say, I did it. I did it.
that's
I did it.
awesome.
I tell you, it is absolutely a phenomenal feeling, really.
Congrats. That is
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Wow.
So your continued success with that.
Well, thank you, and it's really, really fulfilling.
It is,
It really
and that's
is.
the way I feel with art too. And people like you say, you said I can't paint. I said yes, you can. And look, you're painting.
Well.
So I'm going to go on to the next step, but just so you
Yeah.
can cut in around these leaves.
Yeah.
And you, like I said, you can use that smaller brush. So I filled in, I blocked in all around the birds. When you're blocking in and you're using a bigger brush, you can just hold it on the edge. And usually, if you're cutting in around something, if you lay the brush flat, that's
Yeah.
one way. But if you hold it vertically and you see how I'm pushing
Yes,
down
that
and
makes
I
it
let
too thick.
those bristles spread out and line it up with your line, and then you just pull your hand, and that's
wow.
how you get a really nice. So as we cut in around and on the birds, you
Okay.
can do that.
Great.
All right, so I am going to work on the cardinal. So the male cardinal is red, and the female cardinal is typically brown with a little bit of red. Mostly, I would say she's more camouflage, and the male has to attract the female, so he has to be a little prettier. And usually in the bird world, the males are typically more colorful.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So
yeah,
yes.
I
Oh,
found
yeah.
that out researching birds over
Yes.
the years, and it's just amazing how colorful they are.
Very much.
Yeah.
And then they also
And the red female is more a brownish type color.
yes, more brown, and
wow.
then the
See, we teach on this.
yes, and they also their coloring comes from their diet too. They eat a lot of berries and things like that.
And they got to eat about half their weight
Yes.
every day.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yes, that's why you see them always eating.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Giving you some trivia. I'm
Yes.
not just a sports guy.
Yeah, oh,
I'm a painter now, an
that's
artist.
Yes.
right. You're a real artiste.
I'm trying to be a Renaissance man. So
All right.
that's my goal.
Okay, so we're going to start with the bird. So what I'm doing here is we're blocking them in, and I grabbed, this is my little filbert. It's a 1/4 inch, so the filbert brush is curved. So when you get to that, it's a little curved brush. There's a larger one here and the smaller. So we're using the
You got
smaller.
a good eye. You'll be able to
Yes.
distinguish.
So what we're doing is we're
I'm
cutting in.
struggling a little.
We're cutting in and we're filling in just a solid color, and then we will add the layers for the highlights and the shadows.
Okay.
Light source, we're going to say we have a light source kind of coming in here from the middle.
Whoa.
So I'm going to get moving here so that we can
Yeah.
finish our painting. So you guys, just take your time. We'll get you caught up. So we're coming in, and when you paint feathers, keep in mind in the direction that the feathers are laying on the bird. So I'm going to start down here, and you lay the brush strokes almost like shingles. You see how
Oh,
I'm overlapping,
right.
and
Sure.
it kind of looks like feathers. And you see this little brush? I'm laying it flat. I can lay it vertically, and it gives me that little feather shape.
Oh, sure.
So it's already doing the job for you. So we're coming in, we're blocking in, and then the little crest, they can move their crest, they can open it more and lay it down. So we're going to have the crest is open because the male cardinal is singing. I think he's singing a Broadway tune.
Is he
actually.
singing?
Whoa.
I
I
think
bet
so.
he's singing, June is
Yes,
busting out
yes,
all over.
exactly.
Over the meadow and the hill.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Thank you so much for doing that.
That's exactly the same song I was thinking about.
You've inspired me. I'm inspired, Marianne.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
So he's singing and trying to get
Just
his
like
girl.
Marianne.
Well,
Yes. And then same thing with the tail feathers. We're going to come out and we're starting at the tip and then you come in. And then we can, and this looks a little rough, we will clean everything up with the other layers. And then the top of his little legs. And then we're going to put a little bit of red, while I still have it on my brush, just in her crest and on her feathers on the body. Just a little bit, but she's mostly brown, but not brown, more like a, I don't know. We don't even have brown, so we're going to make brown. Does anybody know how we're going to make brown?
Red and orange.
No. We're gonna no.
I forgot my basic colors.
Okay, usually the primary colors will do that. So we'll take blue, and we will take yellow, and we will take red. And if you mix all three colors together, you get brown. Okay, so you can see my brown.
so it's
The blue, yellow, and red are the primary colors.
Oh my gosh.
So there's brown. But this, again, is too dark. I feel like I want to warm
Yeah.
it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add a little bit more of the yellow, and I'm even throwing in a touch of orange. And once I achieve that color I like, it's a little bit of a golden color.
Right.
I'm going to add a little bit of white because I want to lighten it.
Wow.
And then you can see that's a pretty, that's kind of looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
the cardinal.
You're right.
And also in the design here, you can see I mean, this is art. You can take artistic license to and just like jazz it up a little. I'm gonna have some more yellow on her head and on his breast. So just, you could put purple on them. You could put
Can you
whatever.
sing a little jazz with us while we
Yeah.
jazz this up?
oh my gosh.
jazz.
I could sing, oh Lord. Start spreading the news. That's not really jazz.
Okay, that got me started. Come on.
I'm leaving today.
There we go.
That makes you want to stand up and start kicking now.
That's right.
Yeah.
We don't want to see me kicking.
Not
Kick
yet.
line.
Not yet. Get this painting done, ma'am.
That's
Right.
right.
We're trying to focus.
Right. Now you can see I mixed in, as it was wet, I just mixed in some more yellow and keep it a little bit brighter here. I feel like that's our light source is in here, so it's a little bit brighter. And I'm blending. I have
Oh my
orange
gosh,
in
look
there.
at that. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, thanks. And then we will come in, again, from the feathers. We'll start out here. Her little tail, oh, I covered it up. Her tail's way over here, okay. Little tail feathers. And then now, this is probably dry enough, the cardinal, the male. I am going to put a little bit of orange. If you want the red lighter and brighter,
Yeah.
and if you add white, you get pink, which is fine. You can have a pink cardinal, but I
Sure.
want mine a warmer red, so I'm going to add orange. So
Okay.
orange is the next closest color to red, but it's lighter, brighter.
Mm-hmm.
So if I add some orange to his little breast, even some yellow in there, this will brighten his breast up, but not make it so pink.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
and then I'm going to do the same thing on his feathers. I'm just going to throw in some little brush strokes here, like that. And you can see I'm using yellow, use whatever you want.
Wow.
But
okay.
but you can see we work dark to light. So the red was the darker color, and then when you come in and add some brush strokes with the lighter, you see the light comes forward, and so that looks darker, the
Yeah.
deeper, and then the light color comes forward. So again,
It's this one.
you could, yes, the little filbert, and then I'm going to add some little light here and there, and then I could finish off with maybe a touch of white in there, and then we will add our shadows also, but not yet. So you could see now. You could see just by putting that little bit of that light color on top that
Oh, yeah.
that brings those feathers up. We want these feathers to look like they're on top of his body, and then, like I said, we'll do some shadows, and then the same thing with the female. I'm going to put some brighter yellow. How you doing over there, Alan?
I'm good.
He's
You're not
always-
used to me
you're
being
like
quiet. So
over
yes,
there
I'm
on
focused.
your own little island over there by yourself all the time.
I have laser focus
okay,
right now.
you're doing good. Okay. And then
And I
under
did-
there, this is a little bit lighter under the belly too. And then here. So you can see, I'm just, again, keep in mind the direction of the feathers. That looks great.
It does. Mm-hmm. You're too nice.
And then you'll see
have
as
a
you
good
add
teacher.
the highlights and the shadows how it comes together. So I'm going to let these dry a little bit before I do my shadows, and I'm coming in with a small round liner brush, which you always, if yours might be new and there's some glue, they put like a glue in there. They might be a little stiff. You just put that in the water. Always twirl it like this and keep that nice little chiseled point.
Oh, right.
And their beaks or their bills are very sharp, so they can crack open hard seeds and things.
Oh, right.
And they're kind of a yellow-orange. So I'm mixing that, and I'm coming in. Now his mouth is open because he's singing the Broadway tune.
Yes.
But the chick's
You know what?
mouth.
Now, I think it's time. You know what, guys?
What?
Now, I am painting here, and I have sung a couple of songs,
Yeah.
and I'm painting. So, don't you think it's time that you two start to sing?
Oh, I can't.
Oh,
sing.
that's not
Oh,
happening.
now this is
I
not
can.
fair.
I can talk. How many lessons before you
I
could
will
teach
tell you,
me?
when I was little, I don't know why. I think I used to watch, like, my dad loved opera.
Did he?
He used to imitate Pavarotti. And
Wow.
he would, just sing a couple tunes. And when I was little, I was maybe 5, 6 years old. I would hide under the table. My mom would say, "Go ahead, do that thing, sing that song." And I don't think I should do it right now, but I would hide under the table and belt out this note like I felt like I was an opera singer or
Oh,
something.
I love
couldn't.
it.
I'm not good at it, but that was just something that I did. But that's like the best of the singing that would.
I can sing "Happy Birthday."
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
Happy birthday, Marianne. Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha.
Happy birthday, Marianne.
Well, that was really good, Al.
Oh, thank you.
Don't give up your day job.
Yeah, no. Definitely not. Don't do that.
My new friend, I don't even think of doing that. So thank
Teasing
you.
Oh my gosh.
Your
that's
compliment was appreciated, but I'm not going to do that. And this is on BPTV.
Oh,
Look
funny.
out.
Right.
No, that was cute.
Oh, I love it.
Glad I could entertain you, ladies.
That's right.
You know,
And
Marie-
all of you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm going to tell you something, Maria.
Okay.
I have not painted, seriously, painted since I was a kid.
You're a natural. And look at you. You could tell. I mean, it's in everyone. It really is. Anyone
Really?
can learn. Absolutely. Not everyone has the passion for it to learn, but most people say, "Oh, I wish I could paint." If anyone says, "I wish I could paint," "I wish I could draw," they are the ones that are definitely naturally going to excel quicker. I mean, I teach it all the time, and people say, "I can't do that." I said, the only rule I have in my classes is I don't like when you say can't.
Yeah.
But other than that, you learn, and everyone, they all finish painting. I can't believe I did it, but it's in you. I mean, and it's like anything else. When you are building a house, you start with the foundation. You have the right tools, right?
Right.
Painting, there's certain techniques and brushes and all, depending on the type of paint you're using and the medium and everything. So it's just learning the skills and practice. I'm still learning. I mean, I've been painting my whole life, and I'm still learning.
Where did you learn to paint?
Um,
What got you going?
My family, just my father was a phenomenal artist. My mother, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, my sister,
Everyone.
just everyone around me. So I thought everyone was a full-time artist. I thought everyone drew and painted. And when I was a kid, I would go to the library right up the street here, and I would get as many books as I was allowed to take out, and I would bring them home, and I would sit and copy pictures that I saw in the books to learn. And then as I got older, my dad would teach me perspective and shading, and I thought everybody's dad did that.
Wow.
And when I started my business, I was 19. I said, I'm starting my business, I'm ready to go. And of course, I was told I would never make it by other people, not my family. And
Well, you've done well, my
so
friend.
42 years later, I'm still here. So I just knew when I was little, like you said, when you were singing
Yeah,
little,
yeah.
I can still remember my favorite thing in the whole world was crayons and paper and a new coloring a crayon box, like with that sharpener, when those bigger ones came out.
Yes.
That was like, that was
That was
all I
really-
needed.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Great story.
So I just, like I said, I just was so just driven. Failure was not an option. So,
Wow.
but anyway, so
Now-
okay, so you.
I need to clean this, or I need to get the other. Well, I painted a little bit too.
Yeah,
far.
that's okay. So you can put the block in the color on the female. So make your brown yellow,
Oh, yeah.
blue, and red, and then add some white to it. And then what I did was I took my brown again, I made it a little bit darker, and I just started shading and just instead, we'll still add a little bit of black too, but I just didn't want it too harsh. If you want them to really pop, then do more of the black, which I will do some. But
Okay.
and you can see, yeah, you're a natural. You're a good girl. I mean, usually people are asking, what do I do? You're just going with the flow here. You're good. And then you can see his little feet. They have 3 little toes, and then there's a little one in the back.
Right.
So he's sitting. This is like a branch and little piece of the
Okay.
little rainbow or whatever we have
My
going
stick
on
color's
here.
pretty good. His feet color.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Now you can use the smaller brush if you want for that, but that's for the female. I would get her
this is
going.
this one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes. And then you can make it a little bit lighter, like under her
Yeah.
belly, and then there
Yeah.
too. And you
Okay.
can refer to the picture if you want. So I'm doing their legs, and then I'm going to. You can see I want that little point. I wet the brush again, and I'm twirling it to get that little point, and I'm just going to lightly. I'm doing this without my glasses, so lightly around their little beak, and then their eye will be black, and then the bib and the mask is only on the male. And again, you get the fancy feathers, right? The male. So there's a little bit of black comes down here. That's called the bib. And then his little legs, and then she gets her little eye, and then we'll make sure we get once we get the eye painted, and to paint the little eye, it's a little circle. You can just go like a little C and then a backward C and fill it in. It gives you a nice little circle. And I'm using that little round brush for that. And then now that I have the black on my brush, I'll just kind of come in. I'll just do some little contour lines just here and there where I feel like it needs a little shadow. And there's that other little wing back there. So remember, dark colors recede, light colors come forward. So this wing, that's his other wing tip. That's behind his body, so that's darker. And if you want that line a little thinner, I'll wet the brush a little bit. And then anything, so it'll be a little darker under here, a little darker here. And then I'm coming up here. And then we have to do our little hearts and musical notes. So I'm going to let this dry a little before I do a couple little white highlights. And you can see I dribbled a little bit. My paint, I like that. So I'm leaving it there. Yes. Oh, we need some leaves too. So I'm going to take my 1/2-inch brush. So when I do the leaves, we don't have green, right? So we're going to mix blue and yellow and make green. We have our green there. See that?
Oh,
Yellow
yeah.
and blue make green,
Oh,
right?
that's
And that's a
amazing,
nice
yeah.
bright green. That's like pickle green. That's like my little pickle.
Like the pickle.
So I'm coming in, I'm going to put a little bit of the green here. And then to do the leaves, I'm just going like this. You can see I'm holding the brush on the edge. And now if I lay the brush down and pull up, make a nice little, cute little leaf there. You could practice on your plate too. I have extra plates if you guys need another one.
I may need practice with the eye
Yeah.
on the male.
Yeah.
How do I do the eye with the black here?
Paint the little C, yours is,
I already went.
just fill it in and then just do a little white. So
Can I do that white little dot that you've taught me?
You can do. You can, and then if it's filled in like mine too, you can go like this and just put a little. You can just fill it all in, Alan, and then just put a little
Okay.
bit of white like this. You can see around the eye.
I needed some guidance.
Yeah, see that?
Thank
I
you.
just put a little bit around it to make it pop out.
Okay.
And then let's see.
I will try my best, teacher.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. And then this is just like a hint of a branch that I had. I don't know what was in my head when I did this. Like a little bit of a branch. They're sitting on a branch, but the branch is full of color and musical notes. And so these are some little leaves here. And then, let's see, I think I'm going to grab just that little round brush again.
And with the male cardinal, I missed the lesson with the legs. What color?
They're like a tan, but you can do, I had
Like
a little bit of
brown, red.
brown, black, yeah. But the little part above his legs,
Red, orange, and or red.
red, blue, and yellow would
Red,
make
blue,
the
and
brown,
yellow.
and then just
Okay.
make it a little bit lighter. And then also there's a little bit of feathers where the top of the legs transition and meet the body. All right, so I'm taking the black and I'm just putting, I don't remember what all of these notes are called, and I don't know where and in what order I'm just putting them on here in any way that I feel like I need. So you can see I'm just doing a little like this, like a little loop like that, and then you're good.
I have to get my color.
You're good.
Quite
Take your
right.
time. We'll catch
Get those
up.
basic colors back.
I
Yeah.
think we're going to put a couple here. I don't know how to read music. I did play by ear a little bit. We had one of those little organs at home that had like drums and things, press
Oh,
little
sure.
buttons.
Yeah.
And it had like the keyboard had the notes in
Yes.
color. And then the
Yes.
book you would look. So we did a little bit of that too. We had a lot of art and music, and just our parents exposed us to a lot of different things and
That's
people
wonderful.
and cultures and food and yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because you know what? That's the only way we keep everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It has to start from when you're little.
Absolutely. And if we all looked the same, acted the same, talked
Oh
the same,
my
did the
gosh,
same, that'd
it would
be
be
so
so
boring. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yep. We were exposed to a lot of different things. Jono's family too. And even I'm Slovak and Italian, right? So
Oh, right.
I always say we grew up on halushki and calamari.
Oh,
Like
Well,
we eat
I love
everything.
calamari.
And so, and both sides of the family, very traditional, and a lot of the food similar, except more butter on one side of the family, more butter and
That's
noodles
it.
and more sauce on the other. But
Haluski.
exactly. But we grew up in an area where a lot of, I had a little dab of water. A lot of people I grew up with in this area, they were German. So they didn't know what the heck we were eating. And my friends would come over to the house and we were eating artichokes and we were eating calamari and we were eating dandelion greens and, things that they were, and pierogi and things like that. And they never saw some of those foods. So that was pretty interesting. And I helped expose some of my friends to some different foods too that they never
That's
had.
amazing.
Yeah, so you could see I go back in, I'm just tweaking little details, and then see now that highlight was too big on her eye, and she looks like googly-eyed or something. So I'm gonna put a little bit more black back in there. And then let's see, I'm gonna do, we need the little heart, right where they come together. I'm taking my red on my brush and I'm coming in right here where they come together, because this is Cardinals Sing For Love. So that's the title. So I'm
Sing
coming,
for love.
yes, so right here, little heart, you just come up like that, come around. You can make it red, I think I'm gonna make mine little purple,
Just
light
get
purple.
creative, Maria.
Yes. I'm sometimes when I design the pieces, I paint it completely different when I do it. And there's my little heart, and then I think I'm going to do a couple other little purple hearts. I don't know, just if you want to, fine. If not, maybe one there. I like odd numbers for.
I got a little bit out of the line of the bird here. Let me
Oh,
see
you're
if
good.
I can
You
fix.
don't have to paint in the lines. Don't paint in the lines. No, no,
You don't have to do that?
no,
Okay.
I said what lines?
no.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's better to not paint in the lines. Okay, so I'm going to look at this for a couple more minutes, let it dry, and go back and tweak it. I'm going to put a couple little highlights in my notes, and then we will come back and reveal the finished paintings.
Okay.
Okay.
Wind begins to moan. Memory all alone in the moonlight. I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and a new day will begin. Every street lamp seems to beat the fatalistic warning. Someone mutters at the street lamp gutters, and soon it will be morning. Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life, and I mustn't give in. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and the new day will begin.
Okay, we are back to reveal our finished artwork. Let's see it, Marianne and Alan.
All right, here we go.
Wow. Fantastic. And you
I
said
did it!
you haven't painted since you were a kid.
That's
You're amazing.
That's 60 years ago.
Amazing.
This is my 17th painting
Yeah.
with Maria's Ideas Teaches Us to Paint.
Yes.
And
Great job.
Marianne, thank you for being a great guest. First time ever an opera singer sang on the
I
show.
know.
I'm so
And-
impressed, and you're a good painter.
Yes, it's
And you
fabulous.
didn't listen to me once, so I
No.
appreciate you.
And you're auctioning this. This will be part
Yes,
of the auction.
this will be part of the
Okay,
auction.
we'll have to
Whoa,
make sure
I'm-
we sign it.
Absolutely.
The information will be, at the end of the show. So that's great. And I'm going to thank the sponsors. Okay.
Absolutely.
So let's
Yeah.
see. We have UPMC Health Plan, UPMC Community Care Behavioral Health, Massaro Construction Group, Carabella, WPXI Television, iHeartRadio, Greg's Staffing Services, and Allen and Sheriff Corporation.
And may I just say, Maria and Al, it has been such a pleasure being on here on your show today.
Thank you for having
Thank you.
I
have-
never
having
thought
taken
that
the time.
I could have done this.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it has been, the conversation has been so fantastic.
Thank you.
And Maria, thank you
Oh,
for doing
thank you.
what you're doing with
Thank
Marianne
you.
Cornetti
No,
and friends.
I'm
Thank you
honored,
so much.
thrilled, and thank you for singing. Oh, I'm
Oh
going
my
to listen
gosh.
to that every day.
You
There
made
you go.
made my day.
It was amazing.
Oh,
Thank you.
So,
Great.
So thank you guys, and then next episode 18, right?
Yes.
We're going to do the little gnome, Hilltop on the Gnome.
Okay.
If you saw one of the episodes, we were going to do it, but we had some technical difficulties, so we're just redoing that one. So, okay.
Wonderful.
And that's it. So thanks for watching.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you
See you
June
next
9th.
time.
Yay.